On this episode, we talked to Aubrey Smith of Ashlynn Leigh Cakes. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another hashtag Celebrate Columbus show. My name is Josh Burnett. As you can see, we've got a special guest with us today. I'm really excited about this episode. I got to meet her a couple of months back in a really very cool way that you're going to hear about in a moment. She's a special lady. Many of you might know her from her work in the community. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to Columbus and what you do and how we met.
Okay. Hi, I'm Aubrey with Ashlynn Leigh Cakes, and I met Josh. My family and I, we were eating at Taku, and I saw Josh walk around the corner, and I just basically stood up and said, "Hey, Josh," and you kind of looked at me like, do I know you? I'd been watching your episodes and following you on Facebook, and just thought I would introduce myself, and that's how we met.
Yeah, and I thought that was so cool. We were just having dinner, and she introduced herself, and I had heard a lot about her cakes, as I'm sure you have. And we're really excited to be talking about Ashlynn Leigh Cakes today, so let's get into the show. Aubrey, why don't you go ahead and tell us in Columbus a little bit about your bakery?
Okay. My bakery is located at 1109 16th Street, and I have been at that location for 2.5 years.
Awesome.
I've been in business professionally for 6 years. I've kind of hopped around from shop to shop, but this is my home now on 16th Street, and we specialize in custom cakes, cupcakes, cake pops, brownies, decorated cookies, pies, everything that you can imagine. And when it comes to the holidays, we do a lot of the candy and rolls and all those fun things that you can get at the holidays. Our custom cakes are made to order, and when we say custom, we mean that the customer has a say in how it's designed. They help design it with me, so that's what makes it a custom cake.
That's really cool. I've seen a number of your cakes, and they're very unique. How long have you been doing cake decorating?
I started 23 years ago.
Wow.
And just as a fun thing to do with a friend. And as I got married and had babies, I kind of slacked off, but I always did it for family and friends. And then when my daughter turned 3, my youngest, kind of started getting the mommy brain. I was forgetting what day it was or whatever. I thought I need to get back into my creative side, and I started doing cakes again. And it just picked up with the evolution of the TV shows about cake decorating and all of that. That really inspired me to get back into it as well.
And you went on vacation. I'm not sure when this will be aired, but about a couple months ago or so, you went up to New York, correct? And
yes.
Who did you get to meet up there?
We went to New York City, my mom and aunt and cousin and I, for a girls' trip, and we went to Carlo's Bakery in New York City. And Morrow, the brother-in-law of the cake boss, he happened to be there, and I just went with it. I kind of accosted him and asked if I could have a picture taken with him. It was awesome. He was very nice, and it was a fun experience.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I mean, you're obviously a fan of Cake Boss, but in Columbus, you know, from people I know, you are the Cake Boss. So
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, and so, I mean, you love doing cakes.
Yep.
I mean, I know you do a lot of different things, but, you know, what is it about cakes that you like doing?
It's the creative part of it. It's not just icing on a cake. You can put so many cool decorations on it now, from candies to edible images with logos on it, and I love the creative side of it. That's my favorite part of it. Everyone is different. No cake is ever the same.
Yeah, and sometimes it's a wedding, other times it's a birthday party or some other type of celebration. And oftentimes, I mean, the cake is sometimes the best part of a party.
Oh yeah. You think party, you think cake.
Exactly.
Yep. So,
that's very cool. Well, thanks for telling us a little bit about your bakery.
Thank you.
Aubrey, what do you love about Columbus?
I love Columbus because it's so family oriented. I am originally from Muncie. Met my husband and we lived in Fishers for a little while, and then he got transferred for his job to Vallejo and Seymour, and we moved here 2 days after my oldest daughter was born.
Oh my goodness.
So she was 2 days old when we moved here. We already had our house, but we moved here when she was 2 days old, and we don't have any family here.
Wow.
So I just love how family oriented. Everyone is so friendly, and I joined MOPS, Mothers of Preschoolers, and that really helped us get more oriented with Columbus, and then that happens to be our home church where MOPS is held now.
Oh, nice.
So everyone is just so friendly. I can't say that enough. How friendly everyone is, the community, all the events that are held here. We just love it. I love the school system that the kids are in. So it's a great community.
And you've, I'm sure, got to meet a lot of people at your business. I mean, what's that been like? I know something that's very important to you is working with other people and working with other businesses. Tell me about some of the people that you've gotten to work with to do some collaborative efforts.
The Parks and Rec. We've done some things with them. Of course, the Chamber.
Yeah.
We've done a few events for them. The Taste of Columbus that they've held now for 2 years. That's been a blast. Let's see, what else have we done?
Have you worked with Gina Martin and Pomp and Bloom a
Oh,
lot?
yes, many times,
I know, beautiful cakes, beautiful flowers.
Yep,
that you guys work together some.
Generally on weddings. Almost every weekend in the summer we have a wedding and we're almost together, Gina and I. So that's fun to do. Another event that I like to talk about is we did the Race to Play event with Tony Stewart
Yes.
a few years ago. That was fun with the community and Parks and Rec.
And then talk about a little bit of the special thing that you have going on 16th Street in that area.
Oh, yes.
There's a lot of great businesses that have moved
Yes.
into what I consider the heart of Columbus. On a past episode, I actually mentioned it's my favorite part of Columbus.
Oh, good. Okay.
It's where my family, the Burnett family, was actually raised on 16th and California Street.
Okay. Well, we are sandwiched in between Home and Union Streets. And in that little area there, we have Quick Signs. Myself, we have Shabby Sheep and You. There's a photographer there, Faith and Love Photography. And then across the street is Sweet Rose Bakehouse. And then on down the road is Happy Nest.
Yes.
So and the majority of them are women-owned small businesses, which I love. So we've got a nice little community of women, and just yesterday I walked over to Rose's and borrowed a quarter cup of corn syrup.
That's awesome.
We share among each other, and we're all very supportive of each other. I love the little neighborhood that we're in.
Aubrey, what are some ways that you serve your community?
There's a number of ways that we do that. We have supported our local police enforcement. We've taken cookies to them just to kind of give them a smile and thanks for what you do. We've taken them cookies before, and when I've done it, I've taken my children with me so that they can see.
That's awesome.
We're giving to the community and saying thank you to the people that protect us.
Yeah.
We've done that several times, and then every year we have been it will be our third year coming up that we've held Bake to Defeat ALS, which is in memory of my mom's best friend Pam, who passed of the disease it's been 2 years ago. And we hold that event, and we sell cookies, decorated cookies, and all the proceeds go to the Indiana chapter for ALS.
Oh, wow.
It's a huge event. Our first year we raised $1,000. Last year we raised $1,200.
That's awesome.
And when we do it, we coincide it with the Ice Bucket Challenge.
Yes.
So my staff and I will stand outside in the street and have people pour the ice bucket over our head. Because that's really what jump-started raising awareness for in the public eye.
Right.
But the gal that started this program, she lives in Oregon, and her brother passed from it. So she's the one that started Bake to Defeat ALS, and now there are several bakers that do it, and it's a wonderful
community event, really.
Yes, wonderful community event. We get people that I've never met before to come and say, so-and-so that I know passed from ALS, and I just want to support this.
Right.
And, so it's a good way for us to meet people and get new customers, but the main focus is to get words out there about the ALS and how they can support it. And then we've also in the past done a campaign to help a cure for the carnival, or Carnival for a Cure. I'm
Yes.
sorry. For Peyton Winnington,
Yeah.
who was a Rock Creek student where my children go to school.
Yeah.
So we have helped with that before as well.
Yeah.
So
That's really awesome.
I
It's-
really like doing, as I say, we bake to donate
Yes.
certain times a year. I feel that as a small business owner, that's important that you do that you give back to your community and show your community that you care, because they do support us. So we just want to give back that way.
And something I hear that's so cool that I think every one of us in Columbus can really learn from with Aubrey is, she has a passion and a gift for baking. And you're able to couple that with your love of your community, and you can use your gifts and abilities and passions and serve the community with us together. I think that's such a great combination. Anyone can do that.
Oh, anybody, yep. Even if you sew or make aprons or something,
Yeah.
you can, sell those and donate part of the proceeds to, something that's important to you, that touches
Yeah.
home, and give back to your community. I mean, this is where we live.
Yes.
So we need to support it.
Aubrey, how can we support Ashlynn Leigh Cakes?
Good question. We, as we talked about, where we're located, we're kind of downtown, but not really in the heart of downtown.
Right.
A lot of people do know where we're at, but there are a lot of people who will come in our door and say, "Oh, I didn't know you were here," and just kind of remember that we're off the beaten path. And that we do have things to serve you every day. Cupcakes, cookies, cake pops, all those fun things. We do have that available Tuesday through Friday for you. And even if you are downtown, you're like, "Oh, I need something sweet." We're just a few blocks that way, and you can come visit us, have a cup of coffee, and that's a good way to support us.
Yeah, and then also you have things like, you always are taking orders for cakes and, wedding season. It's growing, it's not just in the summer now, it's all year round.
It's all year round, yep.
And so, keeping that in mind, I know that a lot of brides who are watching this show, we've been able to look at the actual data of the people who are watching this, and, a very large portion are, mid to late 20-year-old ladies.
Okay.
And so, if you're looking for a cake for your wedding, you need to call Aubrey.
Yep.
Because I've actually seen her. I saw you during one of your presentations, and she's so concerned with making the bride happy. And so I'm a pastor, and I do a lot of weddings myself. Rule number 1, keep the bride happy.
Definitely.
Rule number 2, keep the mother of the bride happy.
Yes. Well, we get mothers and brides, both of them, in at a consultation. So yes, I understand that. Yep, got to keep both of them happy.
Yes.
The groom too, but the bride has.
He'll be happy if it tastes good.
Oh yeah,
that's a given.
Yep, they really only care what it tastes like. They
Right.
don't really care what it looks like.
Right. So there's a lot of opportunities for you to support Ashlynn Leigh Cakes. They are in the heart of Columbus, and sometimes it's not. It's not Washington Street, it's not Central Avenue or 25th Street, but it's only a couple of blocks away.
That's right.
Yep. And what's your phone number and just contact information, how people can get a hold of you?
Okay. Our phone number is 812-603-2140, and website is ashlynnleecakes.com, or you can email me at aubrey@ashlynnleecakes.com.
We are proud to say that Zeller Insurance is a local, independent, family-owned business established in 1972. Because we're local, we care about you and your insurance needs.
And we're back here at the #Celebrate Columbus show, learning a lot about Aubrey Smith from Ashlynn Leigh Cakes. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. We're going to get into a little bit of a section we like to call If You Only Knew. And so I'm going to ask these questions to you. You don't know what they are, so just be you. Just tell us the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
What's one word to describe yourself?
Loyal.
Nice. If you could only recommend one local restaurant other than yours, I think you're a bakery, but a restaurant that you would recommend to people, what would it be?
Swan's Eggs for sure.
Swan's Eggs. What do you like to get at Swan's Eggs?
Their Hawaiian pizza. And my husband loves their beer with the toasted s'more on top of it, the toasted marshmallow on top
Yeah.
of it. He loves that.
Nice.
Yep.
All right, tell us a story about an embarrassing moment in your life.
Oh, good heavens. This happened with a member of the chamber,
Okay.
Tim Cooney.
Which we're here at the Chamber
Yes.
of Commerce right now.
He'll love this. We had gone out to lunch. He had taken me to Trey B for lunch, and he was telling me a funny story. And I had just taken a drink of water, and he said something just off the wall and crazy. If you know Tim, he's crazy. And I spit my water out all over him.
Oh no!
All over the back of the gentleman sitting next to us, and all over him on his glasses.
That's hilarious.
I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. And then after we had lunch, I sent him a thank you note, and then I sent him a pair of goggles for the next time we have lunch.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so very embarrassing.
Well, a little bit more serious now. If you could celebrate one person in Columbus, who would it be?
I'd have to say my husband.
Well, tell us about your husband.
His name is Roy, and he is an engineer for Valio. And he just works so hard for our family, and he's very supportive of me. And it's, I think, hard being married to someone who owns their own business because if I'm home, I'm answering emails or I'm doing this, and there are times that I have to be there late or be there on Saturdays, and he misses things. Like he loves to play golf on Saturday, and he misses a lot of that during the summer so that he can support me. So I would definitely celebrate him.
That's
Sure.
awesome. What's one of your guilty pleasures?
Ice cream.
Ice cream. What kind?
I love ice cream. Pralines and cream.
Nice. If you could have lunch or coffee with one person in Columbus, who would it be?
Ooh. I don't know. I'm going to say Tony Stewart.
Yes. Shout out to Tony Stewart. We've been trying to get this guy on the show for a long time, and hopefully, as you see that we love you, man, and we appreciate you, and we celebrate you, that would be a good one. I'd like to have lunch with him too.
Yep.
Who is maybe it's the same answer
Okay.
here, but who is your childhood celebrity crush?
Oh, I'm going to be embarrassed to say this. Joey McIntyre from the New Kids on the Block.
That is incredible.
Yes.
New
I was
Kids
a
on the
big
Block.
blockhead when I was younger. Yes.
Awesome.
Yep. So definitely him.
Well, Aubrey, I want to thank you so much for being on the hashtag Celebrate
you.
Columbus show. I feel like we've learned a lot about you and also about Ashlynn Leigh Cakes. But before we go, we like to have the guest, especially when they own their own business, if they could have a question of the day, a question that they could ask Columbus. This is your chance. You've been peppered with a lot of questions. Maybe what would be one question that you would ask Columbus?
What can we do for you? What is something that Ashlynn Leigh Cakes can bake for you? If there's something special that your grandma might have made you or your mom might have made you that you can't find anywhere, we would be happy to do that for you. We are a full-service bakery, and we can help you with any of your baked needs. So whatever you guys need, come see us.
That's awesome. Well, hey, you heard that question from her. What can she make for you? Go ahead and answer that question in the comments. There might be a special gift for someone who answers that question. I know right after this episode, I'm going to eat a couple of the baked goods that she brought for us today. But Columbus, I want to thank you so much for tuning into this special edition of the hashtag Celebrate Columbus show. You keep asking questions, and we'll keep celebrating Columbus together.